Hello everybody, we're back with some more card draw. I spoke to the developer over on Discord and they gave me some tips about how to progress and move things forward. Some things that I should be doing is removing cards as fast as possible. I should be expanding the shop faster and re-rolling the shop more to find more better things. So let's get that started, shall we? First things first. Yeah, I know, we've been here before. Let's just take some bigger stuff to get these first few draws. Something else to know. Right now we're looking at ×3, +5, and +7. We know what the contents of the rest of the deck are. It's these. But the deck doesn't have a drawn order. So right now, when we draw, we are equally likely to draw any of the other cards that are not +5, +7, or +1. And that is always true. So there's never a shuffle. We are always equally likely to draw any card that is unseen to us in any order. So I feel like that's just good knowledge. What are we looking for? It's like 100 and something, 106. We'll grab that. And then how much is our first remove? It's 100. That's quite expensive, but we should probably do that sooner. So I also want this ×7 quite badly. Let's take 100. That was more draws than I needed, but it's fine. We'll get rid of this +1. Then we'll buy this +85 with a flag. Then we need 200 to burn something else. Once that +85 comes around, we'll be laughing. Let's burn the +2. Then grab the ×7. So where's the +85? Show it to me. There it is. So now show me X3 and X7. Or X4 is solid. So X7. Then you can currently add 1 new card slot. So we should probably do that as soon as possible, I think. Especially with 400 points there, needing 700. That'll do it for sure. Let's then... We can't remove anything else, can we? We can. Let's remove +3. And then we'll buy that. +74. Sounds pretty good. Then let's ditch +4. Then 1500 for another shop slot. That's going to be that. +87 also sounds very nice. I might be spending too long at this stage, but that is huge. So you know what? Just unlock that while it's within our wheelhouse. Within our wheelhouse, excuse me. And just had some peanut butter toast, and I can just feel it in every inch of my mouth and throat. Right, get rid of the +5. Sort by type for me. I want to find some bigger multipliers, but it might be time to re-roll the shop. See what we find. ×8 is huge. Grab that immediately. And we need... Oh, we need more chips to burn something. That'll do it. Right, I think we just burn the +6 rather than the ×2. I don't know how much I want like the plus 94, 95. I guess compared to plus 22, plus 74, they're probably worthwhile. Especially when we can afford it in one roll. Do that and that. Then a couple of rolls later, we should have enough to burn a lot of that. Burn plus 7. Burn plus 22. Alright, that's a good foundation. Let's reroll once. Plus 1,111 times the third digit. So if the third digit is 0, then we get nothing back. So that's a problem. Second digit to the power of 6 is colossal, but it costs 1.9 million, which we definitely cannot reasonably afford right now. Plus 2 to the power of the third digit sounds okay, except we don't have any 3-digit numbers here, so at the very least we need 74 times 2. But I think that's okay. Yeah, I want that, but I just cannot afford it at all. We need one more card before we can expand our length again. Let's just see how big things are for a second. So plus 2 to the power of the third digit. Right now, it's not generating anything for us because we don't have a big number to start. If we drew it now, it would be huge. Wouldn't it? Right, 12,000. Let's buy this shop upgrade since it's right in our wheelhouse of how many points we currently have. I want to upgrade to 5 cards. What does this 2 mean? Current shop level 2. Okay, that makes sense. I want to see how much we earn when we draw this big squaring number on a 3-digit number. And we are not drawing it. Alright, 25,000. We're not that far away from upgrading a card slot, I think. Let's go for the 40,000 point shop upgrade. We do definitely have this freaking... Yeah, we do have this in the deck. We're just not drawing it ever. There it is. Except because there's no multiplier ahead of it, this is just always 512, which is not incredible. Was it 45,000 for another shop upgrade? 85 times... Oh, I'm dumb. It's always 2 to the power of the third digit, so it's not actually anywhere near as big as my brain thought it was going to be. I misinterpreted how that number was being generated. Never mind. Starts the calculation of points for each turn from the value of 0. That doesn't help us. Let's roll. Plus 666 seems very good, as does plus 777. Plus 2 to the power of 9 minus the smallest digit. Plus the smallest digit to the power of 4. Seems better. There's a few things here that I want, really, I think. Let's grab this first at 31,000. That was like 40 pulls. Maybe more than that, which I don't love, but hey, it is what it is. Then let's grab this. I feel like I've not set myself up for greatness here. But hey, we do what we can. 1800 for another burn. What's 2 to the power of 9? Let's ask the internet. 2 to the 9th power. 512. That's not great, is it? That's the biggest that number's ever going to be, is 512, which is smaller than this. So, ditch that. We need more cards in the deck, I think. Especially if we want to do this. Maximum digit minus the minimum digit to the power of the length. But the length is like 3, usually, which is not colossal. Okay. Do I buy this? No, I'm going to roll. Except I can't afford that either. Right, now we get into weird stuff at shop tier 4. Times 8 plus a die roll. Plus 91. Plus 7 squared. Plus that times the second digit. Plus length to the power of 4. Plus 4 to the power of the max minus the min. Plus 5 squared. Plus 3 to the power of something minus 1. I don't love any of that specifically as a singular. Let's just upgrade the shop a bunch. Equals order digits ascending. Plus 11 times 9 minus the minimum digit. Doesn't seem that big. Plus 3 to the power of 9 minus the maximum digit. I feel like our maximum digit is just always going to be really big. That's why I feel like this doesn't seem great to me, you know? How many rolls to get to 70,000? Probably a lot, right? We need to add a card before we can do that. Plus 1 through 6 to the power of length mask on clubs. Ability value 2. The points output of every card slot containing a last digit, first digit, second digit, or third digit symbol is multiplied by 0 if the corresponding symbol value resulted in a 0 or a 9, multiplied by 2 otherwise. Plus the last digit to the power of... That sounds great. Because if we imagine the last digit is, on average, 5... to the power of, on average, 4. 5 to the 4th power. 625. But when it goes big, if it's 9 to the 5th power... 9 to the 5th power. 59,000 points. What's 8 to the 5th power? Reasonably close again. Plus 11 times the first digit, plus the minimum digit squared by the little to the power of the length. Oh, so many decisions. I think I'm going to pick this up. It's a lot more rolls than I like. I still say rolls, because I'm bad. Gonna upgrade a couple more times. What have we got? Plus 3 to the power of the last digit. Plus the first digit to the power of 1d6 plus 1. That sounds great, but it's very expensive. Plus 0 or plus 999? Plus 999. Plus die roll plus 1 to the power of die roll. That sounds great. But like 625,000 points is so many. 33. With a probability of 33% at each shop refresh, one card that is already in your deck will appear again in the shop. That, I've heard, is part of a very game-breaking build. But again, 1,000,000 points is so many. I think it's time to upgrade our number of slots, so 70,000. Last digit. Well, that's not good. Alright. Increase the length of our stuff. Then give me plus 999. How many pulls for that? Alright, things are going faster now. Good. 2,300 to burn plus 85. I think I want this. I do think I want this. It's just so expensive. Best this can be is 7 to the power of 6. That's like the best case scenario. 7 to the power of 6. 117,000. Barely feels like that's going to pay for itself, but of course if there's a times 8 after that, then it sure is a whole lot more value, isn't it? Alright, let's try and buy this. What we need is just, what is it? How much is this? 1 million, basically. I need to find some pulls that are like in the hundreds of thousands rather than the 1 to 10,000 range. That's bigger. That's just loads of multipliers going. This has potential to go very big, except now we get more pluses. Can we burn some of these pluses? I can't, we have too much. I want some more multipliers, but they're not here. That's another 100,000. It's almost another 100,000. That's much, much better. Some of these pulls are terrible. I think this might not be great. I feel like largely the stuff that pays off is just big number times again. Right, we're nearly there. Except these are generating nothing because bad times. Right, give me this. So, with a probability of 33% at each shop refresh, one card that is already in your deck will appear again in the shop. So now we need to find really, 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 really good stuff to put in our deck. Then we can just keep finding more of that really good stuff. So, we want times. Times 3 is like fine. Let's burn plus 87. The points output of every card slot containing a min or max is multiplied by 0 if the corresponding value is a 9 or 0, otherwise it's multiplied by 7. That sounds like it's probably worth it. Times 15 or times 1. That's interesting. Right, this is on stars, this is on clubs. The points output of every card slot containing a min or max is multiplied by 0 or 9, by 0 if the corresponding value is 0 or 9, otherwise it's multiplied by 7. That's last, that's min. Honestly, I don't love these guys doing what they're doing right now. I think I'm just going to look for really prime stuff. Plus die to die squared. I think times 19 half the time would be huge. But it's half of the time, which is the problem. This is plus 10,000 1/4 of the time, I think. Because we need 10,000 and we need 1, which is 10,001 or 10,000,010. So 1/4 of the time plus 10,000. Not sure that's worth it. But then I'm not sure that anything's worth it right now, to be honest. Shall we try timesing by 19 half the time? And I'm going to ditch one of these. They're not doing as much for me as I want them to be doing. Let's unlock that. Plus 9 to the power of dice minus 1. What's like 9 to the 4th power? I'm sorry I keep asking my phone these questions, but I feel like it's important context for my brain. Don't search for my brain. 9 to the 5th power. 60,000 points. Like plus 60,000, I guess, is a lot, right? Like even 9 squared is 81. So if we take that and burn plus 94. Can't reroll right now. 7 million points. Are we anywhere near to generating points in the millions? How dare you roll so low? That's better. So if we can get an X ahead of that, it's going to be huge. Like that. So we're at 600,000. This is 7 million. Lava lamp. Ability value 2. Every card that's result is a negative output value minus n is turned into a slot that gives a corresponding value plus n multiplied by 2. Let's internalize that again. Every card slot that results in a negative output, a value of minus n, is turned into a slot that gives a corresponding positive value of plus n multiplied by 2. So if this were plus 9 to the power of 0, I don't know if that's a negative number or just 0, but if it was to minus 2, and you could roll 9 to the power of 1 minus 2, I don't know how that goes, but it's an interesting thought. if we did want to try and start with a 0 and then remove numbers from it and so on and so forth. Plus die to the power of die. Shop value 11. Dromedary. Ability value 3. At each shop refresh, 3 random cards or abilities will be free to purchase, while the price of all the other cards and abilities in the shop will be multiplied by 4. I don't love that. Plus 2 to the power of 9. Times coin values. Plus die to a 50% chance at power to 6. Plus 1,111 times 9 minus max digit. Plus 9 minus minimum digit. Power of 6 minus 1. None of these are like the juice that I feel we need right now. That's the problem. Maybe I'm missing like some very specific thing that would be great. I think I want another one of those. We'll burn that. Bellboy. If the total points after the draw is a number that starts with 3, the total points after the draw is multiplied by the total number of its digits. So if all of our things were 333, that would be great, but it's not. For each card slot, multiply the point output by 3 if the points output of the card slot does not contain digits 0 or 9, and by 0 otherwise. These just frighten me so much. Plus 4 to the power of 9 minus max. Coach. If the total points after the draw is equal to exactly 0, the total points after the draw becomes 11111 multiplied by the total number of card slots on the table. I think I'm okay with that, because so many of these end up being the first card. I think this is worth gaining. How many draws it takes to get there, I have no idea. It's like half of what we had left. Times 4 plus dice. I like that. Let's ditch a times 2. A second digit to the power of length. That could be big now that we might sometimes start on a 5-digit number. Like 6 to the 5th power. Already pretty large. 5 to the power of 6. Times 7. Oh, I want times 7. Give me that. And we'll burn minimum digit to the power of 4, I think. Like, we could reroll forever. The total points after the draw is multiplied by 2 for as many times as the total number of slots that resulted as 0 output for the turn. God. Clover does not change the input value, but as long as this card stays face up on the table, forces every white die to assume the value of 5 and every black die to assume the value of 7 minus white die, hence black die equals 2. First digit to the power of 5. Sounds good, except where our first digit is 1, because then 1 to the power of 5 is 1, I think. We're sitting on 3 million here, so it's almost probably time to think about adding a card slot, which might be too late for it, but hey. I'm going to buy this. Then we need to buy one more card to get that going. Die to the power of 6. Hair. With a probability of 1% starts the calculation from a value of 111. Secretary. The total points after the draw is multiplied by 4 times if the number of cards with DGT tag on the table. If none are present, final points are multiplied by 0. Second digit to the power of 6 sounds pretty big. But that's 11 million points. We need to buy a card before we can buy this. Alright, let's buy this. If it isn't an absurd number of rolls. It's not. That's good. Buy that. Can't flag this, but let's get to 7 million points carefully. If we can. That's not bad. Shame this isn't popping off. Better. We're after 7 million, yeah. That's 4 million on its own. That's a big one. Right, deck got bigger. Now I want to buy this, hoping that the longer card streak really increases our scoring potential. That would just get 666,666, which is nice insurance at very least. Alright, this could be very big. This could be very, very big. Give me some big timeses. What am I looking for? 11 million. Alright. 9 million. 4 million in one roll. Right, let's burn. What do I want to burn? Times 3? Can't burn anything else. I want some more really strong passives. Or some really good multipliers. I have no idea how big the shop can go up. DNA. Each card slot, multiply the points output by 2 if the card slot has a digit tag. Okay. Now I'm seeing a lot of stuff that could really pop off. Plus 7 to the power of 6. Which doesn't seem that chunky. We've only got 32 rolls left, man. Dices. The probability of 30% for each card slot. Multiply the points output of the card slot by 10 minus the number of different digits of the card's value. Sure. I'll grab that. Buffalo 100. With a probability of 100%, things will reappear. So we could just make the whole deck be something we already have. Four plus 6 is 10, but on average it's 4 plus 3.5. So we could make 3 of these and remove those. It's got to be something that we can, like, copy over and over and over again. We can almost afford this buffalo in stars. Plumber in spades. If the total point value of the draw ends with a 2, the total number after this draw is multiplied by the number of digits in its number of its digits. I just don't think we have enough time to utilize this giant buffalo, though, unfortunately. Plus 2 to the power of length. Times 7 plus die roll. That's better than this. Alarm. With a probability of 1% for each card slot, multiply the points output of the card slot by 11. What's our current clubs? Dice. With a probability of 30% for each card slot, multiply the points output of the card slot by 10 minus the number of different digits in the card value. Beat. In hearts. We don't have a heart. With a probability of 30%, card drawn at each new draw will be a copy of a card that is currently on the table. I don't know that I need that either. Plus 8 to the power of die roll. Could be very big. Plus die roll to the power of die roll. Like, my brain just can't comprehend some of these numbers. 9 to the power of 6. I want multipliers, though. That's what I really want. Bigger dices. Dices at 40%. Times 8. Take a times 8. We'll burn a times 4. $10 million. Green pea in hearts. With a probability of 30%, the drawn card at each new draw will be a variant of a card that is currently in your deck with the same tags and value. That's just complicated AF. I'm sure you guys have seen so many good things that I've just completely missed. Horseshoe does not change the input value. For as long as this card stays face up on the table, forces every coin to assume the value of coin. I think we just have to roll our last 20 rolls now. 17 million on a roll. $10 million. $2 million there. 114 million points. 999 plus 5,000 plus 4,000 times 7 times 8 times 7. Yeah, just giant number followed by a bunch of multipliers. Does so much work compared to all the complicated stuff that I barely understand. Yeah, just all of the multipliers does so much work compared to what I can comprehend out of everything else. Score 336 million. Total accumulated points. Like, we got all of that at the very, very, very end. Alright, well, what did I miss? Let me know down in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.